Welcome to Basketball Intuition. I'm your host Ethan Simon. Today we're going to be talking about the Nuggets and Clippers playoff matchup. For today's video, I want to do what I did with the Pacers and Bucks, and that's just go through some of the key things for each one of these teams to be able to come out and win this playoff series. I think I want to start with the Nuggets because really it's going to be tougher for the Nuggets to win this series. The roster isn't on the same level as the Clippers roster is right now. Both of these teams are going to be pretty much fully healthy going into this playoff series. I would say they both are fully healthy, but Jamal Murray is coming off an injury. But I'm not looking at Jamal Murray and thinking that he's not going to perform this series. We know Jamal Murray is a playoff riser. And he knows just as well as me and you do that the Nuggets are going to need Jamal Murray to win the series, and he is the complete X factor for the Denver Nuggets in this series. Well, really every player that isn't named Nikola Jokic is going to be the X factor for the series, but mainly Jamal Murray. I say everybody else because they're going to need to perform. Christian Brown, Peyton Watson, depending on if they play Westbrook, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., all of these guys are going to need to perform. Here's where we're going to get into some of the keys for the Denver Nuggets. Like I said, I truly do believe that Jamal Murray is going to be able to produce at a high level throughout the series, but regardless if Jamal Murray is playing good or not, the Nuggets are going to need to do these three things, and this applies to any level of basketball. If you're able to do these three things in any given game, you have a chance every single night. Number one is going to be control the glass. If you win the rebound battle, you have a chance. Luckily, the Nuggets are one of the best rebounding teams in the entire NBA, so they have a good chance of doing this. Number two is going to be getting to the free throw line. The Nuggets are number one in free throw attempts on the season. They're like 23rd on percentage. They're going to need to make their free throws. And the third thing is play good straight up defense without fouling. If you are able to win the rebound game, and if you're able to win the free throw game every single night, you're going to have a chance. And the last thing that the Nuggets are going to have to do to win this series or win games at all, and it's going to be shoot the three ball well. If the Nuggets do not shoot the three ball well throughout the series, they will not have a chance to win. And back to the defense thing, out of the teams that are left in the playoffs, the Nuggets are one of the worst defensive teams left in the playoffs. If they are able to pick it up and play good solid defense without fouling, it will help them tremendously throughout the series. And back to the three ball thing, like I said, if you go flat from three, you're not going to win the series. But guess what? As long as you have the best player in the entire world on your roster, you have a chance on any given night. And somebody that could be really important to that three-point shooting game is if Aaron Gordon can keep shooting the three ball like he has all season, the Nuggets are going to feel pretty good. Believe me or not, Aaron Gordon is shooting 45% from three on catch and shoot threes, 43.6% in general from three, and 48% from the corners. That is elite. And if he's able to do that throughout the series, you can't ask much more out of Aaron Gordon. And then the last main guy for the Nuggets, of course, is going to be Michael Porter Jr. If Michael Porter Jr. can give you 15 to 20 throughout the series every single night, you're going to have a much better chance at winning games than if he doesn't. And the next big thing I want to talk about for the Nuggets is the playoffs are chess, not checkers. And let's talk about that. Through the first 3 to 4 games, especially in a series, we're going to see a lot of adjustments through both of these teams. And the Clippers being led by Tyronn Lue, someone who has been in the playoffs many times and has a lot of playoff experience, going up against a team that is led by David Adelman, who has only been the coach of his team for 3 games, is going to be something to watch out for. The Nuggets are 3-0 in the Adelman era. This is not me saying that I don't believe in David Adelman to be a good coach, or I don't think that he's going to be a good head coach. I just trust Tyronn Lue a little bit, not a little bit more. I just simply trust Ty Lue more than I do him. But the good thing about it for him is that we're not looking at the Nuggets to win the playoffs as a whole. We don't look at the Nuggets as the top team to win the finals this year. So it kind of gives David Adelman a little bit of freedom. If he wants to do a couple weird things and it doesn't work out well, you can live with it. But how you play James Harden is going to be a really big part about this series and how you want to try and settle him down. So I'm really interested to see how David Adelman and the Nuggets and his coaching staff are going to handle James Harden especially. I'm also really interested to see how they use Russell Westbrook. He could be a good defensive option potentially to throw up against James Harden at points. I'm not saying that Westbrook is this incredible defender, but the Nuggets don't have that many perimeter defensive options. So like I said, I'm just very curious to see how they want to use Russell Westbrook throughout the series, if he's going to play a lot or if he's really not going to play that much at all. And now to the Clippers side of things. I think that this guy is going to be the X factor for the Clippers' entire postseason as a whole because he has been so incredible throughout the season, in the second half especially. Obviously, we're looking at Kawhi and James Harden as a huge part about this series. Of course, they're going to need to play good for the Clippers to win. But Zubac has been so good on the offensive and defensive side. I think it's going to be very important, his defense against Jokic throughout the series. There is no defender in the entire world or the NBA that you can throw in Nikola Jokic and say, this is going to stop him. But there aren't many other guys other than Zubac that you can throw at him and say, we'll live with what happens. There aren't many other defenders in the league that can guard Jokic like Zubac does. I'm not saying that he's going to stop him or shut him down, but he's going to play good defense. And if Jokic gives him 60 points, you're going to live with that. And you're going to say, we'll take our loss on this game. Hold up there. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps out a small channel out like myself more than you realize. Kind of expanding on that, I think a big thing for the Clippers is going to be make Jokic beat you 4 games in a row. Not in a row, but make him beat you 4 games out of the series. Like, if Jokic beats you with 50-point games 4 different times, what can you do about that? You can live with that. But if Jamal Murray and MPJ are lighting you up and Aaron Gordon has a 20-30 piece, that's when you're really going to have some problems for the Clippers. So now, more of the Clippers things. I want to talk about James Harden. James Harden is averaging 25, 9, and 5, and Kawhi Leonard 26, 3, and 7 since March. The team is 13 and 2 in their last 15 games. The Clippers have been absolutely rolling. They have been a fully loaded machine throughout the second half of the season, after the All-Star break especially. And this is the healthiest we have seen Kawhi Leonard in maybe 5 years. This is not like last season where Kawhi is coming back from an injury coming into the playoffs. Kawhi is healthy. He is not, again, he is not missing games down the stretch, just coming back trying to get into the rhythm of things. He is in rhythm and he is fully healthy. And for a Western Conference team in the playoffs, there aren't many other players that you can match up against and say, this is pretty scary right here. Kawhi Leonard, healthy in the playoffs, is something we haven't seen in a long time. And the last time we saw it, it was very effective. If Kawhi and James Harden are able to keep playing at the level that they are right now, as well as other guys like Norman Powell, Chris Dunn continuing to play great defense, Zubac continuing to be able to give you 15 and 12 on any given night, the Clippers will have the upper hand in this series, period, point blank. And then let's expand on Chris Dunn real quick. Chris Dunn, in theory, at least in my head, is going to have the Jamal Murray assignment. Again, there aren't many other defenders in the league that you would rather have against Jamal Murray. I'm not saying that Chris Dunn is top of the top elite greatest perimeter defender in the league, but you got to think about other options. You could have way worse options to guard Jamal Murray. Chris Dunn is a pretty good option. Obviously, he's not going to be able to take Jamal Murray out of the series completely, but it's going to be a big part if he can play good straight up defense on him every single night. He's going to make Jamal work for it. And my next key for the Clippers is just do what you did for the second half of this season. You have been one of the best defensive teams in the league. Your offense has been absolutely rolling. You have the guards and forwards and bigs to match up well in any playoff series. I mean, you got to think about the wing options they have that they can throw at people and the crazy different defenders that you can throw at them. They have Ben Simmons, Chris Dunn, Kawhi Leonard, Zubac, Derrick Jones Jr. These are 5 really great defensive options. And another big part about this series, the Clippers have a better bench, period. Obviously, the Nuggets are going to play their starters heavy minutes. Jokic is going to be in the game 40 plus minutes every single night. But being able to give guys rest and be confident in the guys you have off the bench is going to be really important. And it's really important in any playoff series, having people to come off the bench that you're confident in. Kawhi Leonard has not played the Denver Nuggets since December of 2023. I don't know if that is 100% correct. I'm pretty sure it is because I don't remember him playing them. But I just looked it up, and the last time that I can remember him playing them is December 2023. So we have not seen Kawhi Leonard play against the Denver Nuggets in quite a while. And typically, we like to look back for playoff series. We like to look back at what these guys did against each other in the regular season. All of the games that they played against each other in the regular season were January and before. Since the Clippers have been on this hot streak and have been playing like a completely different team, they have not matched up against the Nuggets. They haven't played. I think they went 2-2 against each other this season. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, please. But yeah, I just don't think you can look at the matchups from earlier this season and look at the games and be like, oh, this is what's going to happen during the playoffs. The Clippers didn't have Kawhi Leonard earlier in that season, and that's going to change games a lot. Kawhi Leonard is definitely an X factor. And another thing for the Clippers I want to touch on a little bit more is just, again, make Jokic beat you. At least that's what I'm thinking in my head. Ty Lue has been pretty lenient when guarding Nikola Jokic throughout the season. Zubac played him pretty much straight up. They weren't sending a bunch of bodies at him because you know what happens if you throw bodies at Jokic. He's going to start passing to his teammates. And I think we'll probably see that throughout the series a lot. I think they're just going to let Jokic do his thing and just make sure that they're locking up everybody else. Cutting off passing lanes is going to be a really big thing. If you can kind of limit Jokic in the amount that he can pass the ball and the amount that he can create for his other teammates, is going to really limit the Nuggets offense. But again, Jokic is the best player in the entire world, and it's going to be impossible to completely stop him and shut down passing lanes for a 7-game series. And the more I talk about it, the more I'm excited for this playoff series. Like, this is going to be so much fun. And one of the very last things that I forgot to talk about for the Nuggets side of things, and this applies to the Clippers and the Nuggets side, when we get down in clutch situations, the Clippers have James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. James Harden can break you down on the perimeter, get on the inside, make a pass, get a floater, get to the free throw line. You can give Kawhi the ball anywhere on the floor, the block, the wing, the top of the key, and he's going to be able to get a good shot. The Nuggets, when they get down in those clutch situations, they're looking at Jamal Murray to respond. If Jamal Murray is not able to be efficient and effective during the clutch situations that they're going to have throughout the series, the Nuggets are going to be some trouble in close games. If you are in a close game in the fourth quarter and Jamal Murray is not producing and Kawhi Leonard and James Harden are on the other side of the floor against you, you're going to be in some trouble in the fourth quarter especially. So I'm definitely interested to see how Nuggets fans and Clippers fans are going to feel about this series. Looking at like subreddits and stuff, I know Nuggets fans think that they definitely have a chance, and y'all absolutely do have a great chance. But the Clippers are definitely going to be the favorite. Like, simple as that. The Clippers are going to be the favorite throughout this series. And then to go back on the Clippers side of things, kind of just bouncing back and forth. If Norman Powell can give you a good consistent series where he's putting up maybe 15 a game, then it's going to make the Clippers just that much harder to stop, because you don't have that many defensive options for the Nuggets. You don't have a bunch of crazy good perimeter defenders. Hell, you don't really even have one crazy good perimeter defender. But if James Harden is not performing throughout this playoff series, the Clippers are going to be in some real trouble, like some real trouble. I know that depending on who you are and how you look at the series, you're thinking Clippers in 5, Nuggets in 7, Clippers in 7. Clippers in 5 could be realistic if James Harden is playing out of his mind. But if James Harden isn't playing at that high of a level, then there's absolutely no way that the Clippers are going to be able to take care of the series in 5 games. If I had to make an official prediction, I would probably say Clippers in 6 or 7. Like I said earlier, I absolutely think that the Nuggets have a chance to win this series. A lot of other people that I've seen think that this is going to be the Clippers without a doubt. But the Nuggets definitely have a chance as long as you got Jokic on the floor. Again, my personal opinion, I'd say probably Clippers in 6 or 7. But again, I just want to know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you think, your official prediction for this playoff series. I'm super excited regardless. Honestly, if I'm wrong, I couldn't care any less. I don't care if the Clippers win. I don't care if the Nuggets win. All I care for is a good playoff series. I think other NBA fans that aren't fans of the Clippers and Nuggets should be looking at this the same way. And really just looking at the playoffs the same way. I think a lot of people, and I did this when I was younger as well. Like, I'd pick a team that I wanted to win the playoff series, and I'm just rooting for them throughout the whole playoff series. But it's a lot more fun whenever you can just watch a playoff series and not care who wins and just root for good basketball. Because when we get to the playoff time, I couldn't care less if Kawhi has a bad series, James has a bad series. All I want is a good playoff series. I think that's all I have to talk about for this portion of the video. If you're new here, the last segment of every single video is the comment of the day, my favorite comment from the previous video. It could be a topic, question, statement about basketball, life, literally anything at all. It's just my favorite comment from the previous video. So let's take a look to see who we have for today's comment of the day. There is 206 comments on the last video. That is the most comments I have ever had on a video. It's absolutely ridiculous. Before I get to the comment of the day, I want to say huge shout out to all the international people that were showing me love on the last video. I mean, let's look at some of the comments we got real quick, just real fast. Greece, Nigeria, Algeria. I can't even say I've ever heard of that country before in my life, but I have now. Dubai, like, y'all get my point. But the comment of the day, this one means a lot to me, from LTS612. Keep grinding, bro. You're building a loyal fan base. I have a low attention span. Click on a bunch of videos. Sometimes I hear your voice or pop up on my screen. I know it's time to strap in for a banger. Keep grinding, brother. Much love. This comment means so much more to me than you realize, because obviously getting a lot of subscribers is cool and a lot of views is cool and comments and likes and whatever. But really what I care about is building a real community. And the fact that someone else is able to recognize that and that we're actually starting to be able to do that, it's really cool. Adding to that, we just hit 2,000 subs, so shout out to you guys. Y'all have been absolutely incredible throughout this year. Like I said, subscribers and likes and comments is really cool, but I want to make this more than you just clicking and watching a video every now and again. Like, I want to build a real community of people that all love basketball and that look at the positive side. Instead of the negative side like so many other content creators do and other people in the media do. I can just really appreciate people like you guys who just love basketball, and that's exactly the kind of community that I was looking to build. Community is just the biggest part about YouTube for me personally. So it's just the fact that we're able to build such a diverse community so far, and that we've had so many different people show love. It just means the world. And that's really all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments. I would really like to do like playoff watch parties and stuff if y'all are interested in that. especially when we get later in the playoffs, like when we get to the finals. That's when I really want to do it. But if you guys want to see that for one of the earlier matchups, maybe even this Saturday, I would absolutely love to do a watch party with you guys, just to be able to talk to y'all, watch the game with y'all. Like that would just be something I'd love to do. So if y'all want to see that, let me know in the comments. But yeah, let's go ahead and just wrap it up here. If you made it to the end, which you did, you could hit the like, the sub, the comment, post notifications if that's what kind of guy you are. You don't have to do that at all if you don't want to. But yeah, thank you guys for all the love that y'all been showing recently. I really do appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace out.